All right, so today we're working on my mother-in-law's 2011 Chrysler Town and Country. What I think is the issue here is that somebody replaced the TIPM, Total Integrated Power Module, with the incorrect year. So maybe one from not a 2011. And now it's causing an issue where when you turn on the blinker, instead of the blinkers working in the front, the fog lights actually flash. So I'll show you what that looks like real quick. So right now it's just key on, it's not running, but for example, you turn the left blinker on, go around to the front, you get the fast blink, and you can see that the fog lights are flashing instead of the left blinker operating. But the rear blinker works. So if I go back here and turn on the warning lights, you see same thing. Instead of the blinkers flashing, the fog lights are flashing. But the rear blinkers work fine. So my understanding is that if you have any issue with the blinker in the front being connected to the fog lights, it could be an incorrect TIPM. And so I'm going to show how to fix that. Basically, you have to pull the TIPM out, get to the wiring harness, and swap a couple of the wires in order for it to work. So let's get started doing that. We also have a check engine light on. So my little scanner, it's reading U1412. Not sure if related, but I'll look it up. And if it is related, then I'll let you know what I find out. Finally, some other issues, again, not sure if related, is I've got ABS issue. Something about the blind spot monitors not working. You can see these are on both the lights, on both mirrors. And the tire pressure monitor, I think, is just a tire pressure monitor. Also, my brake light's on. Not sure if these are TIPM related or other issues, but just kind of wanted to share my full outlook here. Okay, so this is the TIPM right here. I got to get to a wire underneath it, or a whole plug underneath it. So the first thing I'm gonna do is probably disconnect the battery at least. I'll probably just take the battery out just to get it out of the way, so I can get to the TIPM and all the wiring associated with it, so I can pick it up and turn it over. There's a big heavy wire back here that kind of gets tight around the battery, so let me take that out. Okay, after that, we got the battery out. Then we want to I guess we'll take this off so we have just a little more flexibility getting this in and out. This is, again, 13 millimeters here. Socket, same as to the battery bracket. Let's take that nut off. Get this cable out of the way. I'm just going to put this back here for now so I don't lose it. Close that up. And then there's these two tabs right here. I think you push on. And by doing that, should be able to get the TIPM off of its support. Oh, there's two tabs on both sides. So there's two here and two over here on this side too. So kind of squeeze on both sides and should be able to get it out. So I guess be gentle because there's a bunch of cables connected to it. I need to get the cables underneath, so I'm going to, again, carefully lift it up and lean it over. So again, we just bought this car for my mother-in-law, used. It's got, it's 2011, so it's 13 years old, 75,000 miles, very low miles, but don't know what all has been done to it. So I don't know what that is. It looks like an unconnected plug of some sort. I'm assuming the TIPM's been replaced because we have the specific issue, and then whoever replaced it with the wrong one. When I pull it out, this was loose, so that's interesting. I wonder if that was causing some of my other problems. That wasn't in correctly, so the connections seem okay, but the one that I am interested in And besides this one that's loose, and I'm gonna have to make sure it goes back in correctly, hopefully it's not broken, is this one right here. I think they call it the C4 connector. So I need to figure out how to get this connector out, and this is the one where I'm gonna swap some plugs around to fix my issue. All right, so I was able to get this kind of leaned over so I could get to this. So I can tell that whoever replaced this broke one of the clips here, because I was watching another video. This is the connector we're trying to get here, C4. This should have another little red slider here that you're supposed to slide up before you can get to this, but mine's missing, so I'm assuming the guy that replaced this before broke it. So you should have a red clip that you have to slide up first, and then you can push in on this button, and then this connector slides out. All right, so now that I've got this, I need to look at the back here. There should be some numbers you can read on the back, and let me go find out which one of these pins I need to swap around. Okay, so I just went and looked at the video that explains this, which I'll link below. So check the video description for that other video. He was saying, oh yeah, I can see it now. If you look closely, so if you got the red part facing up on your switch, do it this way. You can see right here, there's a 1 and an 8, and then a 9 and a 16. So just the ends are numbered, then you can count in between them. And we're supposed to swap 7 and 11 and 9 and 16. So here's 9, here's 16, here's 7, and 10, here's 11. Okay. So again, just count from the end. So, you know, if this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Uh-oh. This is my 7. There's nothing in 7. That's interesting. All right, let me go do some research. All right, so I just went back to that YouTube video, which again, link below, from TIPMrebuilders.com. They have an online instruction booklet, which I don't know, maybe pause right now and show you there. But basically says that if you're missing either the 7 or 11, then just swap them anyways. So basically I'm gonna take my 11 and move it to the 7 spot, and then just leave the 11 open. Then I'm still gonna swap 9 and 16. Because it says if you're missing a wire, then just swap the one you have regardless. So again, yeah, I'll post a snippet of that, and then check the video details description below for a link to all of that information that I think would be, you know, watch their video, and then you can see their instruction booklet as well. Okay, so the first thing you can do for swapping is you actually have to take this face out. So I just showed sticking a screwdriver in here and it coming out. Which seemed easy for them to do. I am scared. Oh, there it goes. It's just, oh God, it's gone. Ease it out. Try not to lose it like I did. Okay, I found it. All right, so yeah, so 7 to 11, or in my case, just moving 11 to 7. So this is 9, 10, 11. It's this one here. So it's gonna be this one here because I'm upside down. So he says just push it from this side with like a screwdriver. And why does it look so easy when he does it? Jeez. I wonder if this is like a clip or something you have to. All right, there you go. Okay, so these are actually little spring clips, so you have to pry the clip back And then you can push out the connector. All right, so let me keep pushing it out because I don't want to pull it out of the little metal thing. So, all right, so there's 11. So you want to flip that upside down and push it into 7. Here she comes. It needs to go past that little clip. All right, and it's clipped in. So there's 11 to 7. And then you're gonna swap 9 and 16. So this is 9, again, because the little 9's right here. And this is 16, as you can see the little 16 here if you read very closely. So this is 9, this is 16, so same thing. Use your screwdriver, gently pry that little plastic tab back. Try not to break anything, because I'm sure these are like impossible to replace. Okay, so there goes 9. So 9 is, I don't know, black and white. 16 is green and white. Probably makes sense to take a picture of everything before you start doing this. Okay, so again, very carefully pry the plastic back. Okay, and push the pin down. Don't pull too hard because you don't want to pull the wire out of the metal connector, causing more problems than you want to. This one's fighting me for some reason. Usually I do time lapse on this, but kind of want you to see that this is a delicate process. But maybe I'll take a pause and see if I can figure out why this one won't come out. All right, so I got it out. I think what happened is as I was pushing this out, it kind of spun on me a little bit, so it was sideways. So what I did is I ended up pushing it back in until it kind of popped out the top, spun it right in the correct orientation so it matched the rest of them. You can see it kind of has a thick bar on the bottom. So once I spun it back that way and pushed it back through, and then you can kind of stick your little screwdriver to make sure it stays in that orientation, it popped right out. So you just make sure that these little squares don't spin. So anyways, now I'm going to swap these around. So this guy's gonna go over here. Right? Yeah. 2, 8. Again, making sure the orientation is correct. Okay. This guy's gonna go over here into 16. Making sure the orientation is correct. Just look at the other pins that are in there to make sure the orientation's right. And then if you're like me, once you messed with it a bunch, all these are gonna be kind of out of place. So reorient them back in the right direction. Push them back down where they're supposed to be. And then I'm gonna plug this sucker in. As quick as I can, as to not screw it up. Okay, so just going to put this back in here. Okay, clipped, that's good. I'm gonna plug this thing back in, which was think, disconnected. It was either disconnected or I accidentally disconnected it somehow whenever I pulled the TIPM out. I'm assuming the guy that did this before me broke the clips, and that's why it wasn't in all the way. There we go. Plug that in. That's good. And I guess just slide this back down onto the things and hope for the best. Okay, so make sure I get back on all the clips here, which is harder than I was expecting, but there she goes. There we go. Make sure it's clipped in. Put this guy back on. Oh my God. Why do I suck at this today? I'm gonna go fish for that nut. All right, luckily I had my magnetic telescoper and found the nut, so it wasn't too bad. That's the third thing I've dropped. Before I started, I lost a socket, which y'all didn't see, but that was fun. So again, 13 millimeter here, snug that back up. That, close that. So I'll drop my battery back in. Pretty straightforward stuff there. This doesn't come out all the way. I think you just have to loosen this. I was cranking on this for a while trying to get the bolt out all the way, but I think you just have to loosen it enough to where you can pick this up and move it out the way. So I'll go back to time lapse while I tighten all this up. This battery's in backwards. Don't do that. That goes this way. All right, back to time lapse. Y'all, I just realized I forgot to put this back in. So I gotta take all this back out and put this back in my C4 connector. All right, moment of truth. Let's find out together if that fixed it. There we go. Hopefully this doesn't blow up. All right, key on. Wow. Look at that, y'all. Got a left blinker. Got a left blinker. We got a right blinker. How awesome is that? Sweet. That fixed that. I don't know why I'm so shocked. See if any of my lights went away. So my blind spot and ABS and brake lights and tire pressure monitor are still on, so I guess that was unrelated. I think I might have accidentally unclipped that other TIPM module when I was taking it out. So anyways, maybe that'll be another video. But yeah, so there you go. The wire swap works. Again, check the description below for all the links that I use to the other YouTube video from tipmrebuilders.com, and also a link to their instructions online. Super helpful. And yeah, thanks for watching. Hope this was helpful.